Dog Wrestling back again with your WWE Raw review on the 13th of March 2023. We're on the road to WrestleMania. But before we get into Raw, make sure you check out all the WWE 2K23 content, loads of stuff, Universe Mode, GM, matches, simulations, extreme moments, entrances, showcase mode, community creations, online, my faction, my rise. We've got it all, damn it. Oh, brother, testify. But we did kick off WWE Monday Night Raw. Well, I'll say we did kick off. What my problem with this, right? We had Damage Control beating Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus showing that she can sell literally better than all the roster, right? Women's side. And why is this a digital exclusive? Why is this not on the actual show? Trish Stratus, right? You know, tag teaming with Bayley. Tag teaming with what's her name? Becky Lynch and Lita. And like her getting attacked is a digital exclusive. Like, come on. That is the women's match with the most hype. It is. You've got Lita and Trish teaming up with Becky Lynch. Fuck knows how they're trying to make the match seem like an even playing field with a 3-on-3, but I digress. I thought it just sucked that this actually appeared before the show and on a digital exclusive. Like, they just didn't do this stuff back in the day, or at least back in the day, it wasn't like a digital exclusive. They would award it like, oh, this is what happened when The Rock showed up to the arena earlier. You know, and it would show him like getting battered or something maybe, but this just sucked. But anyway, let's actually kick off with the show. We do begin the show with the rated R superstar. It is Edge on this day. Right, and he basically says that he's had enough of wasting the last year of his career feuding with the Judgment Day, and it's like, Jesus. Like, he's just literally come out and said this, and he says he doesn't have a lot of time left, and he wants to move on to bigger and better things. So he says he wants to end it once and for all. Challenges Balor to Hell in a Cell. Balor says, oh, well, laddie, I've had a wee trip to Hell in a Cell before too. Top in the morning to you, bye. Right, alright, fair enough, right? But point standing here. Like, Edge has just buried this entire feud, and I agree with Edge, right? I agree with him, but is this what Edge was going for? Was Edge actually openly looking to bury the Judgment Day in this way, where he was like, I can't be fucked feuding with you guys? So, yeah, I thought this was funny, but like, I was thinking, it's just not worthy of a Hell in a Cell match. But when you look at the rest of the card, it's like, what match is? But again, I'd say it's going to, if they do the Usos against Sami Zayn and Owens, that would be the match worthy of Hell in a Cell, and that should be main event night one, not a pish women's match. But anyway, I digress. Edge basically gets battered 4-on-1. Out come Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, and Dexter Lumis. Talk about the most shittest save of all time. Just listen to the names I just read out. They're awful. Well, it's just your generic tag team match. Priest hits Dexter Lumis with his finishing move, and Lumis, I mean, if there was any sort of hype around this guy, it's already dead. It really, really is. It really is. We cut the earlier in the day where Chad Gable asked The Miz if he saw Otis, and he couldn't see. He said he hadn't seen him. And then this is when we did see that, like, Trish getting attacked again. I just feel like these digital exclusives suck. I've already mentioned it in the kickoff of this vid. But yeah, then we have Omos and MVP in the ring, right? And I just did not like this segment whatsoever. Brock comes out. I think it's a really cool visual seeing Brock standing next to Omos, because, like, Brock's this, like, freak of nature. And then you look at him next to Omos, and he's a fucking midget. It's mad. It's actually a mad visual, but this just sucks. Omos clenches his fist. Brock looks at it, and then Lesnar, it's like, alright. And then he puts his hand out again, Omos. Lesnar shakes it. Then Omos doesn't let go. Brock then stomps on Omos's, like, foot. He tries to go for a suplex, but almost blocks it and then throws Lesnar at the ring, and that's it. That is your whack, right? And see, since they've did this on what, I mean, Mania is like a couple of weeks away, like 3 shows away. I just don't see how this feud is going anywhere. Like, I honestly don't even think they'll do anything. I think this is as much as the build-up's going to get. This fucking sucks, right? Kurt Angle saying in his podcast that Brock needs to think about putting people over. Not this guy, not this fucking bum. Honestly, not that there's many people he should be putting over, but we then have the match that we talked about in the preview. We do have Cody Rhodes taking on LA Knight, and I actually enjoyed this match, but again, does LA Knight really need to lose? I mean, I'm not saying he needs to win because they're not going to have Cody Rhodes lose, of course, but again, I think for a guy that's like, everyone loves LA Knight, and I mean, I like him. I do think people overrate him a bit, like when he gets compared to The Rock. I mean, alright, let's just keep his shoes on the ground, but anyway, Cody Rhodes picks up the victory here. After the match, Cody Rhodes grabs the mic and basically starts slabbering about Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman says he doesn't want it to get personal. Cody Rhodes said it got personal as soon as he got into the wrestling business, which is fair enough, of course, but I mean, how's this going to go down? I don't know how it's going to go down. He says that he acknowledges Roman Reigns, but he also says that Reigns needs to acknowledge him. And I don't know. Is Cody Rhodes going to win? I wouldn't be shocked. Honestly, I honestly would not be shocked about this. We then have like a really bad segment backstage where The Miz is like, haha, well, I'm the host of WrestleMania. And Rollins like, well, I got knocked out. Turns out, The Miz is like, well, Logan Paul's going to be hosting Impulsive TV next week. And he's like, well. Corbin shows up, says to The Miz, could I be the co-host with you for Mania? Miz said doesn't have that sort of pull. Corbin says, alright, I'll train you up, Rollins, in your boxing skills. Rollins says that Corbin's just a fucking bum. And then basically this leads to a match later on. And then we get the epic match that we talked about in the preview. Another epic match we talked about in the preview. Bronson Reed versus Elias, where Rick Boogs was taking notes outside the ring as Elias was taking a beating from Reed. Reed gave Elias the Cyclone Power Slam and followed it up with the Tsunami for the win. And Bronson Reed, what a guy. Chad Gable, though, was like freaking out and printing posters for Otis, which I guess is kind of funny. Kevin Owens cuts a promo backstage basically saying about explaining his actions, why he doesn't want Sami Zayn's help and that he's the man, and he was listening to what Cody Rhodes said earlier and he's like, yeah, it'll be great. Somebody took down the bloodline, but Owens said he wants to continue doing his own wee fight, and that is it. Angelo Dawkins backstage challenges Fury to a match. Austin Theory defeats Angelo Dawkins in said match. Who cares, man? Who honestly gives a rat's ass? Like, why is this even getting airtime, troops? Like, why? Why is this actually getting airtime? Not really 100% sure why it is getting airtime, but I mean, I digress. I guess we got to move on. Paul Heyman says he's backstage, says the Bloodline's got a problem with Kevin Owens and it's going to be solved by Solo Sakai. Oh, hell yeah. It says that Cody Rhodes has made it pretty personal. It's going to be biggest decision of his life at Mania. Whether he decides that he can win the title or just be a problem, a thorn in the side in the Bloodline, who knows. Rey Mysterio comes out and says that I'm entering the Hall of Fame. Also, I mean, Conan's inducting him. It's the first time Conan has ever appeared in WWE, which is fucking insane. He was literally like the last guy to, come back. Apart from Jeff Jarrett, like you look at like people who, like we've saw Jarrett, we've saw Steiner, and now we're seeing Conan. I mean, I guess Conan never really had proper beef with the company, but I just never thought we'd seen Steiner and Jarrett come back, and they actually came back. I mean, I know Steiner came back for like a wee Hall of Fame speech. Like it wasn't exactly another run where he locked people in the Steiner recliner and fucking snapped their arms like twigs. But again. Yeah, Dominic comes out, basically challenges Ray to a match. Ray says, no, I'm not fighting my own son. He says, I still love you, Dom. There will be no match. Dominic says, that's what you've always done, Ray. Walk away from me. Boom, boom, boom. Trish Stratus then appears backstage, says that Damage Control should have finished the job because they've only pissed me off and looking mighty fine while saying this. Seth Rollins defeats Baron Corbin. Again, Miz got involved. He was on commentary. I thought this was pretty garbage in my opinion. Chad Gable, though, does manage to find Otis. And I thought this was pretty funny because Otis is now like wearing the Maximum Male Models attires. But Gable actually manages to break the camera and gets called disgusting by Big Maxine, which I thought was pretty funny, so to speak. But then we have Bianca Belair taking on Chelsea Green. Yeah, I mean, Belair wins. Do we care? No. We then have like Carmella and Asuka getting involved. Blah, blah, fucking blah. They clear the ring of the heels. Oh, the worst. Like, the worst way. I mean, who cares? Who honestly cares about Carmella and Chelsea Green? Nobody, right? Nobody. I do not care about this one bit. But then we had our main event, troops. We had our street fight. It was Solo Sakai taking on Kevin Owens. I was expecting the outcome of this match to be pretty much what happened. Owens looks good, but Sikoa wins via help for the Usos, and that's pretty much how it happens. Alright, he hits him with the Samoan spike after, he fucking get hit with like 10 double super kicks. Again, can we just stop the double super kicks? It feels like we're going down the Young Bucks route. But anyway, guys, that is the Raw. Some stuff was good, some stuff was bad. It's a 2 out of 10. It's WWE 2K23 day, so yeah, not the best Raw review, but fuck it, troops. Check it out. Check out all the content. Till then, peace.